Buddy, there we go. Yo, what's going on, people? If you're just tuning in, you already know it's your boy Mulu. I'm kicking it with the Lego Man, the homie, the Lego Man himself, Jesse. And today, we also have Irk. We have Irk in the building,
What's good? How you doing,
coming
guys?
and kicking it to say what's up. And today's guest, we have somebody that I think should definitely get an interview and get people need to get to know him a little bit better. Great mind. You want us to call you the Sage, or you want us?
Sage, baby.
Hey, whatever name
The
seems
sage
best.
means a
Sage.
profoundly wise man. And I looked this up, especially one who is featured in ancient history or legend. I do think that you're a wise person, a very wise man.
Very,
Though.
very
All
well.
right, yeah, that's why it was given to me.
But I like to. I know him as Dijon, and if people watch him, probably know him as Dijon. And today he's our guest, and he's going to talk to us about some poetry. He's going to talk to us about his YouTube channel. And we got some questions for him as well.
What's up, everybody? How
What's
y'all
up?
vibing today?
Yeah, leave some love in the comments. Actually, let me go ahead and share real quick, and get some
I feel
love.
like I got feedback.
But
There's a little
I
bit just
heard it
now.
too.
Yeah, they all are. I'm trying to figure out.
Just for a second.
I should share it too, huh?
And make sure that you're sharing it up for us. Oh shit. My volume's always all high and shit. I was not prepared to go live, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dijon, go ahead and let the people know about yourself a little bit, and where they can find some of your, if you have any your poetry up, or if you're still waiting. Let the people know about you.
Well, the name is Dijon, like the mustard, because a lot of people
Let the people know about you. Oh,
when I
shit.
was younger, they used to throw that out there. I actually remember this time. I'm gonna go into.
No, you're good.
I remember this time when I was young. I was watching the cooking channel. I was watching the cooking channel, and he was like, "Yo, spice it up with a little Dijon," and I was just by myself watching it. And I kind of got scared and ran down there. I was like,
Yeah,
Mom,
what you mean
Mom,
spice it up with some
Dijon?
Dijon?
Who, what? That's my name. A condiment.
You cannot
they
use
gonna
me
try
for
to
your
hurt me.
dishes. Speed
But,
dog in the house.
Uh, you know, Dijon,
Yes.
about me.
He's a wordsmith. He's a poet.
Poet,
Nice,
wordsmith.
nice.
Are you new to the poetry? Because I know I got to catch you. I mean, we talked a
Alright.
little bit about it. But
Sorry to cut you
you're
off.
good.
I just realized in the camera, Irk, with you sitting there, we didn't know that you were going to be sitting in. Sorry.
I'll say
You got to
yeah.
scoot over more.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Fair.
Make sure that the people can see you,
Yeah.
so they know who we're talking to. It's not coming out of Erk's face.
Yeah. The side of Irk's head.
Erk's talking out his neck.
Yeah, that's sideways.
But no, I got to. I had the honor of getting to check out some of your poetry live at the poetry show that we did,
Mm-hmm.
and I was honestly, man, I didn't, not that I thought you weren't gonna give us heat, but I was just like, man, this is very impressive, just like wordplay and the topics. You know what I mean?
So the whole poetry thing started with me and my friend Daryl. We was at his house. He's playing Destiny 2. Y'all play that game?
Yeah,
I've played.
I've played it before. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
I
I've
play like
played
I'm
it.
not. I'm not.
Yeah.
My
All right.
brother plays it more.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
So
I played it through the original storyline, none of the expansions.
yeah, I played Destiny 1, but I never really got too far into Destiny 2. But you need a fire team on there. Like when you go to do raids and stuff, it's called a fire team.
Mhm.
And right before we went to sleep, he turned the game on, and I just started like, fire team, fire team. This is my fire team, fire. But I just started going with
Yeah,
fire because I was
going
like,
with it.
you could use it different ways. And I was like, oh. And I was like, hold on, let me stop before I wake up, and I become some lyrical bro. I woke up out of my sleep and I wrote my Hangman poem, the one you heard
Yeah,
at the
that,
thing.
man, that
I was
You
like,
sent me that,
whoa.
I believe.
You know?
yes.
It was
So
wild.
this is how long have you been writing poetry?
I'll say 2 months.
2 months, and that's fuck yeah, man. And if you now, was it something that interested you when you was like younger? Were you taking any classes for it? Is there something where you were just like, man, these words are hitting me, and I need to share them?
No, when I was younger, I was more into drawing. Like I drew like anime a lot.
Okay.
Like I would always just draw, and play video games. I didn't really start. I don't know if anybody know the artist Daylight. I don't know if you ever heard
Battle
of him.
rapper.
Yeah,
I
he's a
know,
battle
yeah,
rapper. Yeah.
yeah.
I just started listening to him recently. Well, guess not recently, maybe like over like a year. And he kind of inspired the poetry in me because the way he like plays with words and he uses them 40 different times in one.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how do you do that?
It's
And I was
just
like,
like-
I can do that. There's no way I cannot do that. So I just started sitting there thinking, Hangman, Hangman. And then, niggas be looking into history and doing, I was like, bro, I can tell these people something through, I've been doing it forever on YouTube. I can tell them something now through words.
Yes, sir.
I know they like that.
catching the schemes and catching like the cadences, and I don't know. You seem pretty comfortable for somebody who was just doing it for a couple months, man. You
Right.
just seemed like it felt good to do, and it was exciting. It was not exciting, but like it was, for lack of a better word right now, because of my brain, it was really dope to watch you to do that, to share your gifts in different ways. Because like,
Exhilarating.
yeah, it's exhilarating to watch you share your gifts with the people.
I'm going to
Nah.
share some tonight.
I was gonna ask that. Was my next question actually. If you had anything to share today. So how did the name Sage? You said it was given to you, right?
Yeah, it was given to me by friends. It came from playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Because when I played Yu-Gi-Oh, bro, when I played Yu-Gi-Oh, they would call me up to ask me questions about the rules. They'd be like, "Hey, Dijon, I know you might be busy, but can you do this or can you do this and this?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can do that. I know you can." And then,
Yeah.
bro, they call me the Sage. It's
You
always
had
just
the
like,
wisdom. Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh
Ever
wisdom.
since I've known him, he's literally been like one of the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh card collectors I've known, probably.
bro.
So,
And then that wisdom just trickled down into my inner self, and then now here I am.
Hell yeah. So that's actually going to lead into my next question, because you have your YouTube channel, which is Move with Peace, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what it's called.
Yes, sir.
Now, how would you describe your gift before a poet? Would you describe it as like a philosopher, or like how would you explain your Move with Peace content?
The move with peace content would be like, and I don't like the term at all because I don't like to be. It's like I'm like a savior. It's like I was here to give everybody here a message
Mm-hmm.
so that we can be better as a people because people are just sad. But this channel started because I used to be very depressed when I was young, deeply, like from the age of 9 to like the age of 25, and I'm 31 right now. I used to just want to be out of here every day.
Yeah.
I would think about it. I would pray about it sometimes. I'd be like, bro, just get me out of here. It was whack. All types of stuff. And then I overcame it. And after I overcame it, I was like, whoa, if I did this, I can help other people do this.
And that's dope.
And so I was like, let me make a YouTube channel. Let me use the light that I found to try to help other light lamps for other people.
Yeah, like I
Like a
like
guy,
I said, we're the
kinda.
keys to each other's locks type of shit. Like you go through.
But I mean, but listen, I can bring you the water. Can't make you drink
yeah,
it
you
though.
can't. Yeah, you can't. But you could definitely, let the people know, and
Right.
and like you said, bring the water to them.
Bring the water.
And
to
that's essential. Sometimes people need to be hard headed, but the fact that you even brought the water to them, they'll remember that. It sticks with them. I feel like
It does.
it's definitely worth to
Definitely
say your piece or what's put on your heart to share with others, and your experiences, and you being able to overcome something that's that's a lot. It can be heavy, I'm sure.
Yes, yeah. It weirdly enough, I haven't really wrote any poems about that type of
Yeah.
like.
I feel like you should.
I know that, bro. It's like tapping into that energy, like going back to that place is like it's kind of
scary.
foreign now. It's
Yeah.
almost foreign. I haven't been in there for so long that it's like I was like that.
Yeah.
Like I ask people, I'm like, how was I when I was younger?
And that could be your perspective. I mean, of your poem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
how it's a foreign thing. You could be trying to talk to yourself and not recognizing that. You know, something.
Detached. That's the name of the poem right there.
There you go. And I mean, like that's what I love about words, man. Or especially poetry. Like, music, I love doing music, but to write poems is like I feel like even more freedom for like
Yeah.
your words and getting out what you want to say.
Right.
There's so many ways you can write a poem. The free verse is my favorite way. That's like your Def Jam type
I was just
cadences.
looking into all that.
That's like what I like to do. But I think haikus and like people who write more in depth poetry and take their shit a little bit more organized or whatever. You know what I'm saying? More along the books.
The best poetry book is the
Eric.
Bible.
Will
Yeah,
you
it is.
go to the door?
Yeah, I got
He
you.
said the best poetry book is the Bible.
Yeah, poets wrote that. Had to.
Yeah. He said what the
There's
imagery, the
yeah, there's two. No,
the lines. He said
there's
this
no way you can say one line and a million people. If a million people interpret it different ways, that's
it's a
man.
poem.
That's a poem.
It's
It's a long, big one.
it's a big book of poetry. I would say like Aesop fables though, more so like how you were saying parables.
Yeah.
And there's stories with lessons in them. At
Mhm.
the end of the day, that's how I would always look at it because people always talked about the book in ways of like, who's really walking on water? Who's not? You know, and they're like, bro,
Right.
we like used to listen to Aesop fables, totally enthralled in the story, and nobody questioned like lions don't really talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like
I feel it, but
it's a
somehow
parable thing.
I feel like somehow over here we just started equate just like that.
Yeah.
Like we just started putting things that didn't go together with. We should have never just put knowledge and humans in the same thing. Like, oh, light is a person. No, it ain't. No,
You
it
say
ain't.
we're gonna get deep on them.
Sorry, yeah, this is
No, you're good. It's what's necessary.
yeah, it is necessary to wake people up.
Now, when did you want to like when did you feel like it was time to fucking like share that knowledge or spread that good energy and trying to share that peace that you found with other people? Like when did you get comfortable enough to be like, yeah, let me go onto YouTube and do this?
It was shortly 2 years. It was 2 years after I beat depression or got overcame it. It was 2 years after that because I started the YouTube in 2022 and but I overcame it in 2018 because that's when I got my locks in 2018. Yeah, because it's been 4 years. Yep.
You get the power from your locks,
Oh yeah, those are
the
antennas.
strength in the
These
locks,
are
the
antennas.
feelers, right?
Yeah, fillers. That's why you don't let everybody touch these things.
Right.
No, that's not. Not everybody can just be touching your
Sacred,
ears.
a
Because
sacred
people
shit.
just be walking up to me, like I was in the gas station the other day, and this little old lady came up. She was like, "Oh my gosh, is that all your real hair?
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
touch it?" And I just looked at her.
Some
And I
of
was,
them be
I hate
bold
that,
and
bro.
like touch
And-
your
and, like,
hair
will
already.
do it,
Like
yeah.
this is nice, and you're like, yo,
I don't even know you.
hold up.
Yeah.
I get
right.
like I'm too no, don't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
That's personal space. Today we talk about personal space. Don't forget that personal space.
Personal space.
Personal space.
Now I do. This is a question I thought of, and I was like, this is solid because I feel every time I see you, I feel like this word embodies you. So, how do you maintain that Zen energy that you carry all the time? I just feel like even like when I seen you on stage, every time I talk to you, it's just this very like calm about you. But I feel like it's always like as far as long as I know you, it's always had that calm over your side. But a lot of people lose their shit. Not that you don't lose your shit. I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
I
does
do.
have their moments, but
Right.
it's like
I've seen it.
you keep some pretty chill like Zen vibes a lot. So like, how do you go about tapping into that and keeping that with you?
Well, the way shout outs to Noah Elcreef. He was the life coach that I found on YouTube the day I was like ready to give up.
Yeah.
His way of the way he described it, it was like living in the moment. And it was like our minds are usually shifting between the past and the future. And in those two places, there's no peace there. But right here, where me and you were talking, like right here, where there's nothing going on but just us, like there's peace there.
Yeah.
So why not stay there? Now it's hard,
Yeah.
but this is way better than all them other places.
Sticking your head in places where it's like something already happened, you can't change it, or
It didn't even
you
happen
can't-
yet.
Yeah.
So that at this point you're making it up in your brain. And if you're gonna make it up, then make it up to the where you win. Why are you making it up to where you lose so you struggle now? What the heck? I'm not about to do that.
We're
Super backwards.
wiring your brain, you know what I'm saying? Like how your thought process. Those thoughts is manifestations, if you will. You know, people using like throwing words around that people use loosely now, but it's like, that's really what it is with what you're thinking all the time is that's kind of what you're feeding yourself, is you're gonna feel like that. It's crazy how people just like overlook the energy talk because it's like simple or it's silly.
because we talk about it all the time. Like we bring it up in little conversations that we don't even know. Like, bro, did you feel the energy?
Yeah,
Or something like that. And then 20 minutes down the line, don't know we was just talking about some quantum physical, crazy
Yeah.
metaphysical.
like when I went to a show in Blues when in Ottawa, it was Blues Fest, and the difference of energy and the Chance the Rapper crowd versus not even a set afterwards, a Kanye West crowd. The energy, bro, and it's like no shots even at Kanye because
Right.
it's like it's just like it was just crazy to feel that difference in like, oh, everybody's happy, love, peace, joy. And then Kanye came out, it's nighttime. People were just saying the most off the wall shit. It was more hostile, people shoving. It was like it was completely
He brought
different
a different energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
different
just like, and
energy
that's the energy he was on, especially at the time, very strongly. So it was just like anywhere he's going, you're making that. You're making that for yourself. It's crazy. There's mad examples of how we create our own, like what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a create our own realities.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, I didn't want to say I didn't want to say it, but
I got you.
Thank you. You know my brain's in another dimension, so
Hey, that's fine.
In a sense to that too, what he was talking about. I also think that like we are what we think, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We are.
Right.
That's why I was depressed. I used to tell my stuff like the way I look at it is like all the kids that bullied me and stuff when I was a kid, they were just a projection of my mind. Like all this like maybe somebody might have like called me ugly or said one of them little corny little nicknames they used to call me when I was a kid. And then once I believed it, I
Yeah.
started projecting that stuff. Like
took
all
out
these
ran with it.
all these kids just came out of nowhere, started bullying me, and then they were like, I was like, oh, those kids were just they were inside, they just came out.
Yeah.
That's why I
It's
forgave
like
all of
what
them.
you believe, what you choose to take and carry. What you like you
Right.
say, once you believe it, it's kind of like you embody it. It's you gotta watch what you allow to get. Come on, my uncle used to say that even about like things you watch and stuff like that. You gotta watch what you take in
Yeah.
because like that stuff it
Yup.
does it
Mhm.
hits up here, and sometimes you attach yourself to things that you don't need to be attaching yourself to.
Yup.
It's energy. It's creativity in general is energy. Like everything, what you do, what you write, music, with everything we watch, it's all energy, man.
Yep.
It's a thought that was created. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's fucking energy. And that's my favorite thing about being able to write is like you have this superpower kind of with the words.
I feel it.
Um,
I got something to read. Can I read something
oh,
for
for
y'all?
sure, man. Let's hear some shit. We got the man, the sage, the man in the flesh.
Man, the myth,
Come here
legend.
to drop some wisdom and check out some poetry, guys. Leave some comments.
All right. This one's called Profit, like Profit. I had to do that because niggas don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know what I'm talking about. So, Profit. The spirit of Uniontown, filled with disunity, but we are in this together. Where is the unity, honestly? Our suffering turns profit. I got this. So move with peace I started, making a change because a change is what we need. Gave the world my 2 cents. Now I'm all out of change into Albino Christ the poet. I'm gonna build this fire team, I know it. All this hate in our hearts, we gotta stop this. To all those who are plugged in socket, protect your Messiah. Who's not accepted in their own village? A prophet.
Mm,
That's deep.
that last one.
That is deep.
So yeah, give it up to poetry snaps in the comments. Leave the poetry snaps
Thank
in
y'all,
the
thank y'all,
comments.
thank y'all, thank y'all.
I
Appreciate
hope you
that.
have some more to share. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I know this
what?
is one, but I hope you do
Mm.
have more to share with the people, man.
I do. I have
Let
plenty.
let them know how you feel in the comments if you was listening to the bars. Um, and so like to hear something like that, because I know for me, I think the first line and the last line are sometimes some of the hardest things to write.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to start it out strong, you want to hit them hard at the end. So what goes into your writing process? I know you're new, you're fresh to your poetry, like writing them down anyways. What's your process?
I look for words that have like homonyms, however those pronounced. The words that like sound the same but two different meanings or look different,
Okay.
and to like profit.
They mean the same shit.
Yeah,
you can,
yeah.
you
Like
can
I made it.
you
Yeah, I
can flip
made
the meaning on
right.
it. It's a
I can
double
make a
entendre.
profit. Yeah, I can make a profit, or I could be a prophet. I like stuff like that. So that's
That's
I kind of find out some some little way, like I find a word that you can use multiple times, and then I find little ways that I can use it multiple times.
You're
And
like,
then
how can I freak this word?
how can I
Like,
freak this word
Yeah.
and then use it to tell them something, and then boom.
Yeah. I find like do you come at it with like the topic you want to touch on already in mind, or do you like is it a line that hits you first, or like, or is it just a word?
All of it.
Yeah, it's just all like how it
All
all
of it.
hits your
Sometimes
brain.
I was walking in Goodwill one day, and then boom, I was like, "That's a poem, Goodwill."
Yeah,
Just walking
It's
around, I was like,
Yeah.
"That's there we go."
This is how your brain just clicking
That was,
with the
yeah,
words.
how we go. Like I was walking down the street, and I seen there was a street sign was called Cinder Street, and I was like, "Ah, Cinder," like
Like send her.
send her, or you're the return to Cinder,
Yeah.
or Cinder, like I burnt it, Cinder.
Yeah.
See, and I was like, here
Like,
we
you
go.
flipping it. Yeah,
I know how
the
to
beauty of words.
Right.
uh,
Wordplay
like,
is always amazing.
that's
language, the English one.
to
Wow,
have fun with
why they do that?
it, so that you could share your gift. That's why.
That is.
How you can break it down for the people.
Yeah.
So what motivates you to do your like your move of peace? What motivates you to share? And I think I maybe asked you this earlier a little bit, but what is your motivation?
You and you and you and all the other people on the earth that may not have. I didn't know where to go at one point. I didn't
Yeah.
know how to fix it. I was really about to give up. I literally sat in my room that day and was like, this is it. And then right before I did that, I said, wait, let me give myself one more chance. I just went to YouTube, typed some shit in, boom. I watched a few videos that didn't make sense to me, found Noah, boom.
And it just was like, but it
And I
clicked.
was like, damn, I could be like that for some people.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do, frantic search,
Yeah, come across
come across something,
Somebody
and they're
just
like,
trying to help.
wow, I relate. That made sense. Because all it just needs to make sense. Because if it don't make sense, then it won't work for some people. I could say all this to somebody like
yeah.
ah.
Yeah, you
Bah,
gotta want to
humbug.
receive it. You gotta want to receive.
Right.
There's that too, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because some people don't. They'll be closed off and
Yeah.
they're like
it don't matter what you say. They'll be like, yeah, I don't give two fucks, buddy.
There's
Like,
one
buddy.
thing.
I'm dedicated to the way I'm feeling right now.
I'm
Right?
dedicated.
Like,
There's-
don't say shit to me.
There was this one time I was literally in this and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I was in this like dark state of mind, bro. Like I didn't care about living. I didn't care if I woke up. I didn't care about anything. And I was going somewhere. I can't remember specifically where, but I had evil intentions and thoughts. Ran into this guy out of
I
nowhere.
remember that
Ran
was-
into him
it
out of
was-
nowhere.
at nighttime.
And we had started talking, and there was one thing that he said that stuck with me is literally, you are what you believe, and everything else that is in your life will come to follow.
Yeah.
So
You're
that
attracted.
stuck with me. That was 2 years ago. Matter of fact, now I think about it, and that stuck with me since this day, and it actually helped me open up and start seeing like what levels of negativity that I was on and how to make that and fix that and like turn that into a positive instead of wallowing in my own self-despair. Pretty much, like I was destroying myself, and if it honestly wasn't for him, bro, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's,
Not gonna
it's
lie.
good to have people around you that
Yeah.
to keep
Love you,
you
dude.
kind of
Love you too,
grounded,
bro.
bro.
I mean, it's the same with all of y'all though. So it's like
That's all right.
it's really the same with all of y'all, but it's just like y'all have all helped me, but it's like me talking to him, me talking to you, me talking to Jesse. It's like a lot of things that you've taught me. It stuck with me,
Yeah.
but for him to be the sage and like kind of guide me to like a not like really guide me, but like
Just
kind of
change-
give me like a
Changing the perspective.
Yeah,
little
like a
bit,
different change of
So you could
perspective.
guide
Yeah.
yourself.
yeah, that's what
You
it
brought
was.
you attracted, believe it or not, you attracted the energy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You
That's-
attracted the
right.
energy.
You-
Here I came, and then
boom.
boom, and now you're like, okay, what?
Now it's
What?
all
Like,
about learning
yeah.
how to harness that shit
Exactly.
and really,
And put it back out.
embody
into
it, man. Like really, fucking, he put you onto some stuff, a different way of thinking, the different like ways for you to approach your own thoughts differently.
Right,
So
right.
you're not wallowing in the self despair, like
Exactly.
you said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's beautiful to be able to attract that kind of energy, bro.
Right.
And that's why we keep talking. We keep coming back to the word energy.
Yes,
That's
energy,
today's topic. The word of the day is brought to you by Sesame Street. You got the Sesame Street shirt on. It's fucking energy.
Do you get the
Oh,
buns
man.
with the sesame seeds?
I
all depends on where and
No, you
what.
don't, you
No,
picky
you
son of a
don't.
bitch.
You
That's
know
why I
damn
said it
well.
depends. Like if it's
You know
if it's
damn well.
Burger King or something like that, I just let it go because I ain't about to be like, I don't want no fucking sesame seed bun. Give me 2 bottoms.
Yeah, let's drop your
Give
shit
me
on
2
accent.
bottoms.
It would drop your shit on accent.
Oh,
2
so
bottoms, my ass.
Yeah, so
so
I
quick,
just
I'm
I
sorry.
just suck it up and eat it.
Energy is always in motion, by the way.
Facts. Energy also never dies, by the way.
Can
There's
you
that.
elaborate for the listeners?
Energy is always in motion. Your emotions, like the moon. Like the moon, every night the moon comes up, it's in a different phase.
Facts.
And your energy is like the moon. It's always in motion. You every day you're different. You might not even be the same way you were feeling 5 seconds ago.
That is true. That is very true.
It's forever, ever changing.
It's always changing.
ever changing.
But we like to be like the sun and stagnant,
Yeah.
stay in one place.
But people,
That's not always. That's
people
not the
think it's
healthiest.
weird when you change up sometimes. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
they're looking at it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
There's two that you have to be.
Like
Welcome to growth. Welcome to change.
Right. The
you
more
know?
you start,
Nobody's saying you're not. You're still gonna be you.
yeah, the more you start
Right.
progressing,
I
I
At
think
think
your core,
People attach themselves to a moment of how they feel sometimes. When
Right.
They feel like they have to be. This
Right.
is me. This is what I
me.
identify as. So
Yeah.
you gotta let that shit go, man.
Right.
Which is easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and talk like
Listen.
It's
right.
just
Right,
fucking let
not
it go,
the-
man.
Eureka.
Yeah, like it's not. It's work. Trust me. You gotta
Yeah.
put the work.
It can be like that though. It could be a eureka moment. There could be something that just spark you and be like,
that epiphany. Like,
nah, never again.
yeah.
Actually, don't say that and don't say never.
Now, do you strike me as somebody who reads a good bit,
Yes and no.
or you may have. Do you have any book recommendations? I like that. I wanted to start asking people this because I like to get
The Alchemist.
The Alchemist. That's on my list.
I forget what that author's name is. I'm not the best with remembering that type of
I
stuff.
think
either.
I've heard of the book. I'm not sure.
It's always recommended by anybody I ask or have talked about books. That's like one of the top books that have been recommended to me. Is The Alchemist.
There's another one, but when it comes to the author, but I believe it's called Interview with the Devil
Okay.
on like success and happiness. I like that book. It's pretty
Interesting. That sounds. It sounds.
Cool. But I don't read a lot, but I have bad eyesight, so
Okay.
like straining my eyes to read. I like ebooks. If
The
I can
audio
hear it,
book
audio
shit,
those
yeah.
are fire. Yeah,
I
like
used
that.
to work with a woman who was like she listened to, even when we was working. That's what she was, not music. She listened to whole chapters.
Right.
I don't know how you're multitasking like that. I can't take a book in and like do 40 other things.
Yeah, no.
I like to sit with it.
That's how I do. I'll sit with them. And
Yeah.
but I've been reading more because writing this poetry, I want to
Expand the vocab, expand the mind, and
Got to.
approach the way it helps you approach your poems.
I'm attempting to speak in tongues. One of these days, I'm just come down here speaking in straight
It's gonna
tongues.
hit you.
Yeah.
I started learning how to speak Spanish. I don't know if
Two completely different
I
things.
don't know if that qualifies for anything. I got my Duolingo app.
He said, "Hola, cómo estás?"
Fuck it, dude.
I mean, technically, we
Me
all
amo
speak
es.
tongues. I mean, to say half the words we're saying right now, you have to use your tongue.
So we're getting down to the
that
technicalities
was
of it all.
deep.
Yeah.
That was
It's a bar.
We're all speaking tongues.
That's
I don't know what they're speaking, but we're speaking
So,
tongues.
speaking, isn't that a band? Speaking in tongues.
Is it?
Is
I don't
it?
know, maybe it's a local band.
I never heard of it.
Now,
There's probably a diehard fan in the
Yeah,
audience
yeah,
right now.
right now,
Let me
like,
see him. Let me see him. Where's he
A
at?
local band? Are
Where's
you
he at?
serious?
Where's he at?
Oh, man.
sorry, don't come for me, bro.
Please.
Jay Z, I know you got shooters. Please don't send them in my head. All right.
Oh man.
What was the last fire movie everybody has watched in the room?
Ambulance.
Shit.
What
Ambulance.
streaming service did you watch?
Because
that on?
I've been watching a lot of shows.
I can't say it's a bootleg service.
Oh,
Shouts out
okay,
to
fair.
Jesse.
I've been watching a lot of more shows than I have movies lately.
Okay.
I think like the last like movie that I really watched was on some like Uncharted or something. You know what I'm saying?
I
Just,
still
Yeah,
never
I
seen
did
that. Was
watch
that good?
Uncharted, but
it was good. It was good.
I just watched the new My Hero Academia movie.
Oh, what's that one?
I just ended up buying it on Xbox Marketplace.
Fire.
Now,
How was it?
Really good.
That's- I
The
might just
final
have to try
battles
that.
are amazing.
Yeah, I might just have to
Do
try
you
that.
have a movie that you
What did I just
Yeah,
watch
it's
that it was
like super fire.
fire?
I'm just excited for Blade. I just want Blade to come out.
That Dragon Ball movie that's dropping in 9 days. I'm geeked for it.
And the One Piece movie.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I've been watching the 4400, and I've been watching.
The 4400 is fire.
That is like, dog, I'm on the last season. I'm almost done. I got like 3 episodes left, and I'm like, this shit. I thought at first I thought it was gonna be some corny shit, and I gave it a chance, and I was just like hooked from the first episode.
What's it
I was like,
called?
man, I need to know. It's called the 4400.
What's that on?
I watch it on Netflix.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out tonight.
It's on. You got till August 31st to watch the 4 seasons.
Oh, they're swapping it out?
Yeah, they're taking it off. I just noticed it the other day. I was
Wow.
watching the episode and it popped up like you got till August 31st. I was like, y'all fucked up, man. I just started, but I've been binging it. It's only 4 seasons though, so
I mean,
It's pretty cool though.
yeah.
I like the story. If you like sci-fi, if you like not I'm not gonna say aliens because it's not technically that, but if you like sci-fi, you would like the show. It's even like the acting is even like B-roll, like, but it still gives it that
Right.
sci-fi, like I'm watching Twilight Zone type energy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, has anybody here watched the American Saga, the Wu-Tang show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
I have not.
oh,
Yes, you should watch it.
Yeah,
It's a
you
good
definitely
one.
should watch it. I feel like
It's
you would
good.
get into it deep. But that show, honestly, man, the way that they ended it with season 2, it kind of like it sucked.
that's the thing with
because-
hip hop shows though. I don't feel like because they did it with the Get Down.
Yeah, they
Like the
did.
Get Down was fire.
Yeah, it
so
was.
like, and the second season wasn't. I ain't gonna talk about that because I love the first season and the second season broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, those type of shows are.
It's hard to pull off
Yeah.
like a solid hip hop show. Like Wu Tang, you got like, because I know some of their stories, they're like not fabricating, but they're like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Over exaggerated a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, they're exaggerating some of the drama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That so like because they even admitted it themselves. Like there's some things that happen in the show that didn't happen technically that way. Now my thing is like they're from New York. They all grew up on the streets.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you everything that happened. Bro.
That's law.
They're gonna twist shit around and make it more suitable and palatable, but it's still their story. And
Right.
I think there's still another season there.
There's
Oh.
there's supposed to be season 3.
Better Call Saul. That's a good
Better
show
Call
too.
Saul is.
I didn't watch the
great.
6th season yet.
I've heard
I
people
didn't
talking
watch-
about that.
It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's a
season.
slow start, but
If-
once you get through that slow start, it's like because if you were a Breaking Bad
That-
fan,
I was literally
if
about
you
to
like
say.
Breaking Bad, then it's good.
Yeah.
But to get back to more of the moving with peas and more along the lines of the stage, I do have some more questions.
Yes, sir.
And then I keep going back to the word peace. Do you think that the world needs more peace, or do you think that the world's like beyond finding that peace? Thought-provoking questions.
No,
The comments
it's,
can answer these questions as well.
Facts, facts.
When it comes to peace, the world it's there. We just got to get to it.
Now, how do you think? Like, do you have? I'm not that you have all the answers, and I'm not. You know what I mean? But just for conversation purposes, how do you feel like we can attain that peace?
To heal ourselves,
Yeah.
I say if we heal ourselves individually, our lives will become better, and then collectively our lives will become better because there'll be less reasons to be shitty to one another.
Exactly. There we
And
go.
then poof, now all that other ugly stuff that exists, it wouldn't exist. And some people think that this stuff existed forever. I don't believe it existed forever. There's no way.
It's created.
There's no way.
A lot of it's created for divide and conquer strategy has
Yeah.
always been in play.
Yeah.
And I always said like even it shows in generations. I feel like they teach one generation one thing and then the next generation another thing. So that way they're always fighting over who's right, who's
Right.
wrong type shit. It's so embedded. The divide and conquer is embedded in a lot of shit, but I see it strongly in just different generations.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, gay is wrong. And then you're like, it's cool to be gay. And now it's like they're going to clash forever until we can try to find some. And that's just one example. There's so many things that are instilled in,
Yeah.
our parents before them.
Mhm.
And then there's things that we had instilled in us from what we grew up and what we took in. The
Mhm.
next generation has the same things, always button heads.
Right.
They're always going to feed each generation something to contradict the last. And I feel like that's like the main divide.
Like a bull.
What's that? You said like a bull?
Like a bull.
Like a bull.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Shout out to Bunch of Bull.
He's
yeah,
just
trying to
constantly
say-
flipping
for
words,
real.
like trying to talk to me. He's like, "That's a poem." Like,
That's literally how inspiration comes up. Oh, poof.
no, you really do be talking to poems, though. I
You
love
do.
it. I mean, like even our little conversation that we get to have, like even though we don't say too much, even when we do talk, we do get to talk. It's like it's still the energy of it is appreciated. Just even asking if I like how you doing, that shit
Right.
it goes a long way, bro.
It
So
does.
I appreciate your energy. If nobody's told you that today, I know Eric
Facts,
just did. I
facts.
definitely appreciate your
that.
energy,
Appreciate that.
and I'm glad that you came up. And I appreciate the audience, people that are kicking it with us
We
and
love you.
showing you mad love in the comments.
Hey, turn up,
Um,
everybody. Y'all
Like,
see me at
subscribe.
Gabe's tomorrow. I'll be there.
He gonna be dropping some poetry for y'all.
I do. I'll be dropping poetry in the line for the customers.
Swear he does.
I'll be
Swear
like,
he
y'all
does.
like poetry? They be like, yeah. I'll be like, you trying to hear something? They be like, yeah. And then I'll just pull my phone
Give
out.
him a
boom.
little bit, yeah, man.
That's how you
That
do it.
reminds me of the Circle K days. Just like yeah,
For real, you did
I
that?
used to like
That's
give
fire.
bars of people or like I'm writing, I'll share lines with people.
That's
Like
fire.
yeah, it used to be Circle K was dope. I used to a lot of people still have CDs that I wrote on the marker with.
That's
Wrote marker
fire.
on the CD and pass them out.
That's dope.
That was a time to be alive in the
Right.
music.
Now it's just all
it was
almost-
fun. It's a whole grind now. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
a whole other animal to do, trying to do shit now. But
Right.
that was when I didn't care about all that shit, and I was just like making music, and I was just happy to be passing it out.
Exactly.
What was that last question you asked me? Did I answer it? I really don't know if I did.
Yeah, it was about if you think we're past peace or
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
how we
yeah,
could
yeah,
attain
yeah.
it was the second question, which you hit that as well, which is taking care of self first and making sure
Yeah.
self is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're putting that, you're exuding that energy, and then like you said, it does trickle down to everybody around you.
It does. Black
Um,
people need to take care of self too,
Oh yes,
That is definitely important.
heart, mind, soul.
because
Everything.
we're just down bad
Yeah.
as a people.
Now, how would you like to elaborate on that? Some have a conversation about that.
About black people doing bad.
About how
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's go. I guess
Like as if we're about to take a trip.
we're about to
Saying,
take a trip.
All right, come
I
on.
guess we can take whatever trip we want to take.
How do you feel though? I mean, like, how do you feel that as a people we're down bad?
Our ways, the like, I don't know. I just feel like if you just look at how things are, look at life for what it is. Like people who are melanated, just they don't have it as good as people. They just don't have it. They don't have it. They might have some things, but we just seem to be at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to like all people.
Is it more so like mentality, you think, or
Mentality, structures, all types of things.
how do you feel like it was designed to break people of color down a bit more than it was for other races? Or do you think that's just
Yes.
a cop out?
Yes, but everybody is affected by it.
Yeah, I mean
Definitely everybody.
Yeah.
everybody gets hit by the structure set before us to make us fall. As I think it's more class than it is
Class? What do you mean?
like a class of people. So it's like people struggling or that's the mentality or like we don't have what we think is what would make us feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, these people like like you said, we have some things, but we don't have it.
Right.
So like technically, I guess like what my question would be is like, what is it?
What is it? Knowledge. Knowledge, because it was forbidden in the beginning,
Yeah.
and we don't have that. Nobody's teaching us stuff.
I think it's harder even now to try to find that knowledge or obtain that knowledge because there's so many people putting their own spin on it, and putting it out there for you to see. So now you really got to dig deeper to find that.
Right. Within
find that
yourself,
knowledge,
because
yeah.
those are where the best answers come from.
Yeah.
Within. If it ain't in there, out here ain't gonna give it to you.
Oh, no. That's too much power in the knowledge. That's why you have to figure it out. But you have to realize, and what's it, self-aware, being
Mhm.
self-aware,
Right.
and being like, I'm lacking some type of energy. I'm lacking something, thinking power. Are we saying that we're lacking thinking power or just thinking power? Like, I'm talking about the comments. I just seen it pop up.
Oh,
and I was
wait,
like,
what did
thinking
it say?
power.
What's up,
Okay, there
Josh? How you
she
doing?
clarified it. Shit, we don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't think
Yeah.
enough, if at all.
It's
I
very
feel like if we thought that we wouldn't be in the situations that we're in,
yeah.
like we're sickly. Humans are sick on the earth. How?
Facts.
How are humans sick on Earth? Does that make sense? Isn't the Earth alive and it takes care of us? Things come out of the Earth to make sure that we're okay, but we're sickly. There's no cure for nothing.
Yeah.
How? That doesn't make sense.
Mm.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That much so.
Especially if God made it.
Right.
Gods are better
Most
be
of
able
the
to heal us.
diseases that you're coming into are man-made things, though.
Yeah, true.
And most of them in laboratories and a lot of.
Yeah,
I mean, and people of
yeah,
color
that
have
is
been
true,
guinea
too.
pigs, and
Yeah, no.
I think now on a day to day, I don't even think it's a color thing. I think they just want to it's overpopulated in their mind, makes them uncomfortable, so that they want to kind of test shit out. Let's put this virus out, see what happens. But this
Yeah.
is conspiracy
I
talk.
can't think of the word
I don't want
for
to flag
it.
nobody for. I don't want to get nobody flagged for talking about it. These are my thoughts. Um, I do, and I'm not. I'm just like asking questions. I'm not saying that you're wrong in how you're thinking
No,
because I mean,
we have
obviously,
different thoughts.
niggas don't be grounded. No, they don't. And I've been Fee's been on me for that. So I've definitely made it a point to go outside and connect.
with energy,
so I can see the
nature.
So that's what we want to keep putting them up on the screen. I'm in front of it, so my peripheral
Yo,
catches
no,
every
no,
comment
that's
that pops
good.
up.
I didn't
Um,
have them on my phone.
But yeah, it's grounding. Is people look at you like you're crazy when you talk about these things, and they look at you like you're fucking like it's hogwash for the lack of a better word. And like,
I just-
grounding is weird or energy is weird or like the, you know what I mean? It's just
That's why I take my daily walk out to the mailbox and just my
Hey,
box.
bro.
Walk through the yard a little bit.
you gotta let the sun hit your skin and fucking like. I feel like meditation is key. I'm not always on it like I should be in the mornings. But you know, when you do connect in that aspect, I mean, I don't know, it's just energy. Even like after if I'm outside and I do meditate and I am like on the ground and I am fucking letting the sun hit me and I'm just not focusing on anything, I'm just in it, and you just open your eyes and that just like it's like everything's brighter, it's like
Right.
clear, like I don't know, man, it's hard to explain. Meditation helps me out a lot in rough moments. You should be doing it. It's just like prayer, you know. You should be doing it all the time, not
Like
just in the
everybody.
rough moments.
Like, yeah.
Go meditate now.
Make
Right
time
now,
for it.
5 minutes.
Make time
Yeah,
for
we'll
it.
meet
5
back
minutes.
up in
Yeah.
5 minutes.
You would be surprised that like you don't need to dedicate an hour, bro.
No, you don't.
It's-
Literally like 5 minutes, 10
Not
minutes.
when you're first
you're-
starting. Like
Yeah,
You're good.
get
Pretty
into
true.
the swing of it. I mean, it helps.
you might instantly astral travel if you try to meditate for an hour on your first try.
Yeah, you
in
might.
the
You
world.
might instantly just be out of here.
Be on some adventure time.
It'll take you places. It really will. Though.
I like that comment about the sun. I just happened to catch it. Where'd it go? Let me
Yeah,
find-
see,
I'll put it up on the screen.
Did you? Okay, yeah. Weird concept for the sun to help literally everything grow, and people think it's bad for me. I don't
Right,
get it. It's
right.
like,
they wanted us to get away from nature.
yeah. That's why everybody's so inside anymore. It's like
Mhm.
you know, electronics and things like that. It's to keep you detached from what's actually fed human beings for as long as we've been on this rock, bro. Like
Right. Water has been here forever. Why do I have to pay for it? It has been here since the beginning.
Like, you
Most
can't
our body
collect
is
rainwater.
made of like what is it, 80, 70?
80% of water.
When you're born, you're in water. The water breaks. Why do I have to pay for that?
You're technically not even allowed to collect rainwater.
You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
As
That's
if it
scary.
was a crime.
Yeah, I mean, like, are you really watching me collect rainwater? But like, like
Yes.
that's what the bird cameras are for. They're watching
Mm.
out from other.
Oh yeah. By the way, someone come take your
Yeah, your camera's outside
yeah,
on the
your
parking lot.
cameras.
It's a
Your
fucking
cameras are up
bird
the
just
block.
laying there, just looking at us
There's
while
the
we're walking.
dead pigeon.
Scared the shit out of me. I got caught at the bottom of my corner of my eye. Like, oh shit!
It's gonna fly away when you're gonna see it. It's gonna
Hey,
fly
yeah.
away.
Bro, I swear we're gonna go back. It's not gonna be there, and I know nobody picked that bitch up. It's uni time. Oh, they
shit.
picking that goddamn bird up.
They ain't messing with
Some
that.
crackhead gonna pick it up and try to sell it. I got this bird. He's just
Shit,
asleep right
he
now.
might eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Honestly, you might. She in town
If
for some weird
anything,
things.
if Always Sunny taught me anything, it was don't eat pigeons.
Facts.
Okay. Oh, fucking my
I
bad.
feel like I'm not seeing none of these comments. So I mean, if there's any like things targeted towards me,
Yeah.
please let me know.
If you could go through here too as well.
Yeah, say they're all on Facebook.
I got them all on there. And while we're figuring that out, we're gonna hit an ad real quick, man, from the sponsor, from the homie Metaphysical.
Yeet.
We'll be right back. Oh, we're back. I just happened to see you dancing like off in the corner. I was like, oh, I think
I was not trying to get that on camera. I was
Look,
not.
here we go. Hit it. He's getting it. That's the beauty of having it on the TV.
I thought there was music in the hit. I was like, wait a minute, what am I missing?
No, it's just me being happy.
Yo, welcome back. If you stuck with us through the ad, we are still chopping it up with the homie, the Sage, Dijon, like the mustard. And
Like the mustard.
We've been chopping it up about a lot of stuff, about the spiritual sense, poetry, his YouTube channel, Move a Piece. And
Go
more.
subscribe.
Yes, go subscribe.
Move with
Like and
peace.
subscribe.
Yes, let them know. Go ahead. Let the people know.
YouTube. Move with Peace is the YouTube channel. Damn, I should have came very prepared.
I
for
got
this.
it on here. Let me know if it's right on the screen when it pops up. Give it a second. I hate the delay.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
So yeah, that is, you can check them out. Move a Piece. That's on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir. That's on YouTube.
And then your at for Instagram is the Sage369 with the underscore.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you go give him a follow and catch some wisdom and catch some of that energy that he's putting out there for the people. If you feel lost, if you feel like you're going through, if you feel like you just need somebody to talk to, definitely get this man a follow, man. He's there for it, and he's there for the people.
I'll probably be making a page just for my poetry too, so I could have all the identities mixed into one. You know, like the Trinity.
Okay. He said,
They're trying to make a godhead over here.
albino Christ.
Yeah.
He said he's not playing. He's coming for y'all. He wants y'all to hear the message.
That reminds
Gotta
me
be aggressive
of,
with the message.
I got to.
That reminds me of get him to the Greek.
Oh,
He
shit.
said if they want to call me white Jesus, then that's on them. I'm not gonna call me
I
white
was thinking about it when you
Jesus.
was talking about the wall. You said it looked like a carpet. I thought about the rub the fuzzy
Listen,
wall.
listen.
Now you move a piece, because we were
Mhm.
talking about that you were moving in peace or with peace. But I know that there's times with the piece, kind of for a second, even. What are some pet peeves for the man of peace?
Pet peeves.
Do you have pet peeves?
I really don't like when people are like too drunk. I don't know. I get that from my
I
mother.
feel that.
But I mean, I get that from my parents. Like I see my parents like that, and I was
Yeah.
like,
So then you're automatically just
because it
turned
usually
upset.
just ruins the night.
You're
Usually just
doing too much.
usually just going through. It's so.
Doing the extra shit. You're like, yo, all right, man, it's a good time.
I don't know.
Stop.
I do have a lot of patience.
Yeah. Do you credit that to growing up with the big family? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got told no a lot, so kind of
Yeah.
just learned to be like, oh, okay.
that's why I say
There got to be another way to do it then, or I just don't do it,
Yeah.
or I'm not able to do it.
If I really need this, I'll figure out a way to get this.
Yeah, so-
otherwise, I'm not supposed to have it. Clearly, there's times where you said, you got to take no. There's a reason for the no.
Right.
But the peace do be, it be going, fading away. Sometimes when like certain conversations come up, when like religion, as
Yeah.
much as
Things
I
get
don't-
tense.
Yeah, but I be liking to talk about it.
Yeah.
I be wanting to talk about it.
I like
It's
that.
sometimes it just be like
I like to have them in person. Through
Sure.
text, I feel like things get misconstrued, tones get put on shit you didn't say, and
Yeah.
yeah.
it just turns into something it shouldn't turn into. I think conversations
That is 100%.
like that should be done in person, or like things like this where you can kind of get out what you're feeling in a way that's not fucking like somebody going like, well, fuck you for thinking that, man. That's like you're shitting on my idea. Like, no,
right.
it's not what I'm doing, man. I'm just talking about my ideas. We're bouncing shit off each
Right.
other.
Why can't I have a career?
Yeah, how come I can have an opinion? You can't. Fuck
Right.
that. Like, no, man. We all have opinions and we all have the way that we see things. And you might learn something from what I'm saying, and I might learn something from what you're saying. That's the point of the conference. The communication is key.
Right.
It's a
It
corny
unlocks many
line.
doors.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
it's a cliche line, but it's so fucking vital. I feel like a lot of peace would be obtained if communication could just not be through text. it's it's not a
Yeah,
good
communication through electronical mediums. I learned that.
Right.
It's
It
not
just
good.
doesn't.
I'm never taken the right way through text. Never.
Yeah.
I don't
Ever.
think there's ever been a time where like any type of aggressive tone that was it coming from somebody might have been taken. You know what I mean, I
Like,
just
what,
say,
like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could be like, "Hi, good morning. Why are you yelling?"
yeah, like, whoa, God, I accidentally hit the caps. I didn't mean to.
Like,
Sometimes you don't gotta hit the
It
caps.
auto corrected the exclamation mark. I didn't. God damn. I didn't know every day was gonna be English class.
It's like the difference between okay and
And
like okay ay.
People be reading into that,
that
shit
or just a
sometimes.
big
Like,
K.
it's like, yo, who made y'all like word analysts? Like, get out of here,
Or
bro.
like you never say okay.
Why'd you say K? Like, cause I'm
Yeah.
fucking working. Like,
Right, yeah, people-
Like, why'd you put an exclamation point?
So usually you would say more than that. It's like, not today. Not today, man. We already kind of talked about the meditation, but so wait, did you grow up? You're from town? You're Uniontown, born and raised. For people who are watching,
Born in Canton, Ohio.
there we go. Born in Ohio,
Raised in Uniontown. Yep.
and it has shaped the way that you write and the things that you talk about, or is that more just like the things that you've taken in yourself or found yourself?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, living in here definitely shaped how. Yeah, my whole everything. I just do my whole everything. I try to look. I don't look like nobody in town.
Yeah,
Facts.
I always say you like. I say it all the time. But you like an anime character.
That's what my mom tells me
It's
all
like
the
the
time.
coolest anime character that
Real
you're like
shit.
the motherfucker people would put on their wallpaper.
See, it's me.
Real shit.
Like, yo, this is
Yeah,
my
I need to
favorite
be in those anime
character.
fight videos. Like, boy, he can beat Goku.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
can
yeah,
beat Goku.
you need to start hitting those. Like,
I'm trying to tell you,
tap in, bro, because
I can beat Ultra Instinct.
You have that energy though. Like, you have that.
Yes, I can. You
No.
like Goku?
Yes.
Are you a Goku fanboy?
Yes.
Can Goku beat Superman?
Yes.
Get out.
Explain yourself.
Okay.
What
so
could he do?
for the simple being of the fact that everybody knows for a factoid, that Goku is probably one of the strongest anime characters that there is.
But you said
Here,
probably.
Probably because here's the thing that I'm saying. There's Saitama too. They put Saitama up there. Like,
We
oh,
talking
he's
about
strong.
Goku.
The
And
only
Superman.
way
He
the
said,
only
"Stay
way,
on topic."
the only way it would be possible, I'll tell you right now, being that I am a heavy comic
I
nerd
already know.
and an anime manga nerd. The only way that would be possible is Goku'd have to destroy the sun first, because the sun is what gives Superman his powers. So
Even more reason why you should let the sun touch your skin. God damn it!
So if the sun was destroyed, then Superman would like technically become like a normal human.
And then Goku puts balls on him.
Does Goku need the sun? No.
No,
No.
Cool.
doesn't need
That's
the
cool.
sun.
Superman doesn't need it. He's stored in the sun, solar energy.
Well,
within
yeah,
himself.
Yeah,
But I
but-
mean,
depending on how long the fight lasts.
true. And if we stay here, but there's a lot. So yeah,
All right, so is Sasuke
lot
beating
of
Superman
factors.
before we get off topic?
no.
Okay.
Sasuke.
Jeez, I'm sorry, I didn't watch that in depth, but I know
Yeah, 'cause
Sasuke
Chas-
ain't
Sasuke's
Yeah.
getting washed.
not Superman. I'm sorry.
Superman.
The Superman guy, he got that unhinged factor. The
Yeah,
Joker
he
showed
does.
that.
Yeah,
He got-
definitely does.
He got
Yeah.
ice
He-
breath and laser
he
eyes.
can
bro.
become
Like,
unhinged. You don't want to
Yeah,
unhinge.
He
you
held
don't
a
wanna
mini
unhinge
black
Superman.
hole for a little while. He
Yeah,
held
he
him. Yeah. So like, I don't really know. Goku didn't do that.
But Saitama
Goku,
was
which
still
is-
He
gonna
got
beat him
hit by
off.
his own spirit bomb,
What's
bro.
that?
Goku be getting worked by like basic niggas in the Dragon Ball
He do,
universe
though,
sometimes.
but
bro. Like,
He really do.
He really do.
And do not tell me it's for plot.
He gets he get
it's a
literally
filler episode.
literally
Oh, God.
Dragon Ball's entire plot is just a recycled concept, and it's evil villain shows up, threatens peace. Goku gets his ass whipped, leaves, goes and trains, gets
Comes back.
stronger.
While his friends
Comes
get their
back.
ass
Still
whipped.
gets
Yeah.
whipped.
He's training while
Finds
they're
out-
getting fucked
Finds
up.
out one of his friends is dead, powers up to the new level, and then beats villain. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Like every
Like,
time.
literally.
Every
He
time.
can't
Literally.
afford one L with Superman.
Yeah, he's taken
No,
as
I
many
don't think
L's
so.
as he has W's.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's a 50%. He's like, you win one, you lose one. Goddamn it! And my friends take the rest of the shit. So I'm leaving the homies behind.
He said,
Y'all got this right, and then before they answer, he's gone.
Right, y'all
Or
should just
dead.
be there dead.
Yo, fuck Goku. That would be me.
Oh,
I'd be that
man.
character. Like, don't call that nigga no more,
Oh,
bro.
God.
Right.
He leaving all the time.
All the time. His children, what?
He pull up like,
Oh,
did you
man.
power all the way up, Goku? Then get the fuck out of here and go power all the way up. Don't come back here
Yeah, don't come-
half-assed,
right,
bro.
literally. You've
Oh,
been leaving us
man.
40 episodes. We've been out here fighting for our
Yeah.
life.
Man.
Motherfuckers is breathing out his fucking damaged shirts ripped up. They can't fucking
Face bleeding.
Go
and all
wardrobe torn through.
Gohan has used his ultimate attack. All the other Z fighters are down. Will Gohan be able to fight off Zell and the rest of his enemies? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
that. Meanwhile, it's just like 20 fucking minutes of that.
Oh shit. Okay. Fucking. I do have a good question though, because we were talking about younger you a good bit.
Yes, sir.
What do you think younger you would think about you today?
He'd think I'm the coolest thing on earth. He'd want to be just like me. I know exactly how it works. He'd be like, wow, I'm everything about me. I would just be like that.
Yeah.
He's like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm doing what he's doing.
There we go.
Ty said, what episode was it Goku was training doing the crunches on the hang bar, and it just reminded me of the 50
That was when he was. That was when he was on his way to Planet Namek.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Go,
Yeah.
go, Goku.
Oh man.
What is your recommendation of anime? I know that
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. You,
That's
yeah.
what- that's
Everybody
number
keeps
one.
Saying AOT, but I can't.
My
get
brother
into it,
goes
man.
hard for Attack on Titan. He told me I should watch that one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I really
Sadly,
feel
they didn't finish the anime yet. They're like 2 episodes off, and they just like stopped out of nowhere.
they're making
Oh, that's
another
weird.
season. It's the final season, part 2.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. They're
okay.
just
They're
gonna
hitting you with
part
the
two.
Stranger Things.
It's gonna be like 2 episodes that are like an hour long
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit you with the
Hey.
Because they're not far off from because I've already read all the
Yeah,
manga,
yeah.
so I already know what happens. Like
Yeah, it
they're
couldn't be too far off.
they're not far off at all.
They'll
from the
milk
end.
it though. They know we like it so much. There'll be 10 episodes.
Yeah.
But Attack on Titan, Promise Neverland, that was really
That's
good.
decent.
I never heard of that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty decent. It's what it came out like. I want to say like last year before.
I
I want to say
Years,
like,
I don't have no idea.
Yeah.
don't know when that came out.
There's only like a couple of animes that I have under my belt that I fully watched.
God of High School.
So
They
like,
need
I
to
always
drop new
ask people
episodes
for
for
the
that.
for the
Watched
recommendations
so many.
though.
Also,
Because
I
there's
always
good
get-
they're good stories, bro. Like it's just
Yeah.
there's a lot of hidden gems in some animes that I've come across.
Right. I always get my my list from one of you guys. That's all. Just
K
Between
Project.
y'all, my brother, that's it.
yeah.
K Project. That was be another good one.
What is it called? K Project.
K Project. Yeah, it was about 7 kings and they had different colors. It's actually where I got this tattoo from, this red one.
Oh,
It's from the Red King.
Not gonna lie, I really thought that was from Fairy Tale.
Hey, it's from the Red King. I thought at first when I watched the anime, I really liked the Red King. He was really destructive and his he didn't really like himself. He didn't really like anything. And I was like, yeah, that's me.
Relate to it. Yeah,
I was, but then there was a Silver King. And there's that tattoo of the Silver King. He was all about peace and stuff.
which one?
Okay, that's
This one
dope.
right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it got like a little curse mark symbol in there. If you actually look at it.
I got
Fable.
I got my tattoos right along when I started getting my hair locked up.
Yeah.
I never had none. I had a big afro.
How long you been doing the locks?
4 years.
4 years strong.
hmm
I be losing track of time. People ask me how long I've been growing my hair. I'm like 2 years. I think it's been longer than that.
I think it's in 7 for mine, and they are nowhere near
Yeah.
where I would love them to be. But
7. That's a
7
long
years,
time.
bro. 7 years.
He rested on that day.
He said the seven every time the 7. He's like, you laughing, but I'm serious.
He
So
literally
serious.
rested. I don't know why he did. I don't know why he did though. I thought he was all powerful. I just thought all
Oh,
powerful
man.
didn't need to rest.
I mean,
That's me being silly. Don't mind me.
well, shit. They say sleep is for billionaires, and I mean, none of us are rich, but we still sleep.
So you have another poem that you could bless us with? Because
Yes.
I definitely want to hear some more, bro.
Let's see. Let's see what I got for
If I
you.
only could, I make a deal with God. It's like, no.
Hey, yo, please stop running up that hill.
I can't. It's like, yo, if I hear like a piece of it, it just burns in my brain for the day.
Oh, why did they make that song popular again? Like,
It's a banger.
it is. Like,
I can't. I'm not gonna shit. I ain't gonna look. Kate, you did your damn thing on that song. I ain't mad at it, bro. That's why it's popping right now. Like, who else has a song that's old as shit? Show Metallica song ain't blow up like that.
no,
They had a whole fucking guitar fucking scene for it.
But he killed that.
He did. I
definitely
know
did
respect.
kill
I
that.
love the scene. I'm just saying, Kate Bush.
said
She
was singing
all
that
she
shit.
did was run from Vecna to that song. And motherfuckers ran that bitch up like, yo, this is the shit. This is my Vecna song.
Oh my god.
She does be singing that shit. See, like, I ain't the only person.
See,
bro.
I think I'm gonna get some type
If
of
I
like
only
critical feedback for this. I've never watched an episode of Stranger Things.
You know, I'm not gonna trash you for it, but you should.
I never watched Star Wars. Oof.
I haven't.
I
either.
never watched Star Wars
I
either.
haven't.
But
either.
And I
but
get
Star
shit for
Wars
that.
is so cool.
I think it's dope. I love the art. I love the shit that I see
I'm
that comes from
ashamed
it.
of all of you.
Yeah, I know. I knew when I said it. I was like,
I
uh-oh.
tried
still
to
have no
watch
choice but to
it.
love it.
I tried. I tried when I was older, and I was just like, I don't want to sit through this.
The first three, because of like how old they are, is not awesome.
You gotta, like,
I ain't
grow
gonna
up with
lie.
it.
I
Well, no,
feel-
not the first three. I guess would be the second set of three, the second trilogy, but they were made first.
So
'Cause
they just did them out of
4
order?
or 5. Yeah, they did 4, 5, and 6 first, and then they
The
did.
fucking
1,
go
2,
Quentin
and
Tarantino me. Give me the shit out of order. I got pieces
like
together.
the first trilogy was really good. The second trilogy is still good, but now it's feels super outdated watching it.
I don't know.
Ty said she be singing that shit. I'm crying.
I got-
Yeah,
I
I
got-
don't
I got
like
my
intentionally out of order shit either. That
Yeah, I
drives
don't.
me
I don't
crazy.
either.
Now, if you're gonna do it like they did in Pulp Fiction, I'm cool with that
Right.
because it was fun to watch.
But that's
Star
kind of
Wars
like
is not fun to watch for me.
that's kind of like with the Paranormal Activities. It's all out of order. But
I love those. I have those all on DVD.
I love watching those and just fucking talking through the whole thing. That's the like,
That is kind of
Paranormal
fun. though.
Activity
Yeah, it
is
is
kinda fun.
made for that.
yeah,
It's
it's
kinda
it
fun,
is.
You have to just get stoned and just talk shit on the like. I love when they do the fast forward shit. That's my favorite part of
Oh,
the movie.
yeah.
Just fucking
So you know what? I never got stoned. I
He's
never
standing
got
at the end of the
stoned
bed,
and
just
watched them.
fucking.
I never got stoned. And
Yo,
watched them.
that's why I talk
You
too
have
much.
to.
I
swear.
can't watch
You
Paranormal
have to.
unless you want to crack jokes. Don't watch it with me
I swear.
because I'm gonna cut up the whole time,
Wow.
bro.
I'd be in there
Yeah.
really like thinking, trying to dig out parts. Like, wow, so
Now-
did you see that?
I watch the first watch through though, like halfway through the movies when I start talking about shit, or like the first half because it's slow and they're still building up to the scary shit.
And then you'd be like,
Once
now
it-
why'd you walk over there?
Yeah, like you just be doing dumb shit.
Yeah,
Like
You see that there's a mark on the door.
I'm just cooking a little snack in the middle of the night. All my fucking cabinet doors just. And I'm gonna stay in this fucking house.
and I'm on
Like,
and I'm gonna
what
sleep like
the
nothing
fuck?
happened.
I'm
gonna
not
record
going to
this for the
bed.
next-
That's what I always.
You're
wondered
supposed to be
is
possessed if you go to bed after that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the rule. You're not allowed to fucking not be possessed.
Your
after
house
that.
is fucking haunted, and you're just gonna act like it's just a fluke. Like,
Yeah.
oh
I
man,
might leave my
the
fucking
wind must have
family.
come
I
in
might
and
go
blew every
outside
door
and
open.
call you motherfuckers. Y'all need to come outside, dog. I'm not gonna say too much. Just watch
Yeah.
the kitchen when you come through downstairs. I'm outside.
Motherfuckers
Bring
is
my
li-
bag. You know where my bag's at.
Motherfuckers is listening.
Bring my bag because fuck that shit.
Oh god.
But yeah,
Let's
Paranormal
see,
Activity. I like the crack jokes the
He
whole
said
time.
we
I
got a
watch
code word. If I say banana, it means get all the
it.
shit,
If I say
get
banana,
the
that means
fuck
it's
out.
ghost.
Get all this shit and get the fuck
I'm gonna
out.
hit you with the shaggy, like ghost, and just fucking kick through the fucking back door.
Oh man.
The shape of my body, because fuck that.
You just see the fucking the
Fucking
smoke
going, we're gonna take you to grandma's house. Grandma's creepy as fuck. I'm not going to grandma's house.
Yeah, no.
I refuse.
Oh,
You
shit.
see grandma? She crawling under the porch.
Oh, what was that movie? What was that
What's
movie?
that? I can't remember what the fuck. I'm mixing scary movies now.
I know what you're talking about.
It was a comedy horror movie because the little boy in there was rapping. You remember the little boy in there?
I think they might have parodied
that.
the actual movie because there's a movie with like they go to their grandparents'
Grandmother's
house
house.
and they're like,
Yeah, and they're
The,
like weirdos.
yeah,
Oh,
they was
the
gonna
visit.
cook on
I
the
think
shit.
it's
Yeah,
called.
Okay, and they
yeah.
put her in the oven.
Yeah, they. No.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's your grandma. I'm sorry, with all due respect, you could have broke her shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Facts.
there's no way she should have got you in the
In
oven.
the
The
oven?
moment that you're crawling
I'm
up
fighting
in the
you,
bed with
grandma.
me,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
fighting.
Yeah, Graham,
No.
you're too aggressive.
There's something
If you're
wrong.
under the porch with me crawling, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done.
you're getting
Yeah,
kicked.
we're done.
The way you're crawling at me, it's very possessed, and I don't like it.
Nah,
Grandma.
like I said, the moment that you try to crawl into my bed from the bottom part, I'm kicking you. I'm kicking your
that's,
face.
that's just weird
It's super
activity,
weird.
bro. You don't do that. I'm not staying at grandma's house no more. She tried crawling my bed from the foot.
From the,
From the foot
from
up.
the
Getting
foot
weird,
up.
From
grandma.
the foot up.
Said she sniffed my toes.
Disrespectful.
The big
grandma.
one.
That's fucking personal space.
Remember that personal space.
I got a poem though.
Oh yeah. Bless the
Bless
Yeah, bless-
We're talking about
get over
fucking
here. Grandma coming up to
grandma's getting kicked in the face, children getting body slammed for being possessed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
You never know what you're
Positive energy.
Positive
It's all
energy.
positive
Like
energy.
your podcast was nothing that I thought it was, Dijon. You were over here talking about. I am very offended.
I'm really
Oh,
upset because
man.
my grandma, I love my grandma. She loves crawling under porches.
She loves it. And how dare
My
you.
grandma's garden is under her
She
porch.
always crawls under porches since I was a little girl.
She just wanted to make
She
sure my
taught me
socks
to
were
crawl
on.
under porches.
I learned it from her. She is my inspiration.
That's where I got my green thumb.
You even checked on my YouTube channel, Porch Crawler.
Porch
So
gardeners.
we are now the fastest professional porch crawling team across the United
Oh,
I
States.
didn't even know
United
this was a thing.
States.
ESPN2, the Ocho.
Yes.
The
We've
Ocho.
made it to the X Games.
I'm sorry. Get serious.
Oh, man.
Everybody stop.
Okay.
Poetry time.
This one's called Untitled number 5. Yesterday and tomorrow don't exist. Hence the rift where you, the artist, get to create if you insist. If you resist, anxiety and depression coexist. So focus on your breath. Treat meditation like medication. Craft your life like an alchemist. Ascend into heaven. Ascend into happiness. You deserve it.
I like that.
Go ahead.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
Thank you.
Hit him with that first line again, real quick.
Oh shit.
The
Hit him with
first,
the first line.
yeah,
real quick.
the artist part.
The artist.
Oh, we got the yesterday and tomorrow don't exist. Hence the rift where you, the artist, get to create if you insist.
He said, "If you resist." Is that the next line?
Yeah,
That's it.
and if you resist, anxiety and depression coexist.
Yeah, that one hit.
The whole thing hit different for me, but like
I
that
got
bar
lost
right
in the
there.
first part. Like after that, like those lines hit
Artists,
me real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, that shit
related.
hit me real quick. The resistant line, and that was like, oh, so my brain got fucked up for a second. And then I like realized at the end of your poem you finished. I was like, fuck, I was too into that
No,
first
hey,
line.
bro, it'd be like that.
You fucked me up with that one.
I'm glad you was able to connect.
Yeah, that was good. I like the line.
Thank you.
Show some love in the comments, motherfuckers.
Like, subscribe,
That
follow,
man is
baby.
blessing y'all with some gems, and I know he got some more.
Oh, what? I'm about to do a short one. This is a 3-liner.
Let's go.
It's called Letter B, like the letter B. So I could let her C or I could let her in. But I'm a letter B.
That was just some
Okay, that was
smooth
just
player
yeah.
shit.
I was about to say.
That was like some shit Jerome would say on Purple Rain.
Oh,
like,
God.
that was some smooth shit. Like, I feel like you should have been walking. You should have walked away with a cane after you.
Oh
said that.
god, just came in with a hat with
With
a
the
feather in it.
meanest walk after that. Like, that was some super.
That
fly
should have
shit.
been the parting words of
Yeah,
wisdom
like,
before
yo,
he walked
you-
out of the
man.
studio and disappeared into the
You should
darkness.
have ended the
Real shit.
motherfucking show with that
That-
one. Like, that
I
was,
swear to God.
that was cold. Say it one more time. I can let her.
He said,
Hey,
Church.
I could let her C or I could let her in. But I'm gonna let her be.
Yeah, you feel me? You gotta hit that.
You
But I'm gonna let her be.
Well, I'm gonna let her be.
You gotta hit the cigarette after that. Like, fucking, you gotta say it with the cigarette.
Oh, God.
I can let her in. I can let her see. I'm gonna let her be. I'm gonna let the bitch be.
Hey, yo, why you sound like Uncle Floyd? Why,
Yo, it's like
why
default.
you sound just like that man? I gotta go see him now. I gotta go see him. Shout out.
Uncle Floyd. I
Shout
see
out.
him, but I'll be riding by, but I'll be zipping by so quick. I know he don't see who he probably don't even recognize me anymore.
He be calling me man. So they be getting old.
hell yeah. It's crazy though, cause he still be thugging and walking through town. Like,
Well, he got the power scooter now. He be zooming out
that's
here.
dangerous.
What?
They don't care with them power scooters
swear.
either, bro. Like, you're
I
in the
swear.
whip. I'm like, yo, it's not a car. Y'all can't just whip it like it's a car.
But
Dog.
they will though.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't.
If you hit them, you hit them. Fucking.
Shit, that's more money for me.
GTA.
Nah.
What was the latest? Did you write anything recently?
Have,
write
have
anything?
I written anything recently?
Yeah. Let's hear something.
Oh man,
I was gonna ask you the same question.
that's
You too.
I've been going.
You
Oh
too.
yeah, I've been writing.
Mostly
Okay.
songs, but you know,
I
I
say I
wrote.
don't write.
I
I
wrote.
was
like,
I looked right. I was like,
Yeah.
We actually still have a song that we haven't done yet.
okay,
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna need to come
That's a
down here.
person that I need to get motherfucking working with us again. But we won't talk about that. So this is I could read like a short part of a poem I wrote for a project. But there was this, I heard the beat and it kind of just started rolling. So I don't know if it hits, but this is what it is. So the fear is the fuel in some cases. Fear of the flop, fear of the top, fear of the day you feel you made it. The fear of feeling complacent. Stuck in the ways that set flame to creations before they see the light of day. Shit, some of that was on me. Can't be afraid of the mistakes made, you learn from them. How else do we evolve? We don't. Trapped in the cycles of who will and who won't. Pride set to the side, we rise, but can the ego die? Should the ego die? Am I Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? And then it cuts off and
That was far.
yeah,
That's
the,
fine.
some slight the intro. So I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to run with that. And I started writing some other poems, but really it's a lot of raps that I'm
Fair.
tweaking and shit. And I don't want to go too.
People say my stuff sounds like that.
You should get that's why sometimes you'll say some stuff. I'm like, that's a bar. Like,
Don't worry.
that's a whole bar for real. Like what you say outside, that shit was.
What did I say?
I can't remember what you said outside. But I was like, that was hard. That's why I said ghostwrite, motherfucker.
Look,
You better got some people that you could ghostwrite for.
looking, hey, something.
I got some stuff written, but it's more like
We're sharing poetry
raps
today.
and everything.
Right, sharing
I
poetry.
mean, I have my older poems, but I don't like that. I don't. It took me a lot to do it at that one night. I was nervous as shit.
For real, I was nervous right before I got in there, and that's how you know what, bro. And then when I got in there, I just I went right to this moment because I was like, all right, if I get up here, I'm gonna be clammy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just no.
That's why I was like, I always learned. I learned after like I had a real rough show one time. I let the nerves get the best of me. I let there wasn't a lot of people in the crowd. It's like early shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned to take that fucked up energy and just use it. Doesn't matter who is out there or what. Like I do this as an outlet, energy.
Right.
So I start to embody that. I get nervous, but I don't freak out about it no more. I'm just like, I know that I'm gonna use this when I get out there.
Right.
So I try to keep that for the poems or like how I can use it for the attitude or pronouncing shit, whatever.
Right.
But yeah. Fucking, I'm not going. This is not my poetry time. This
Right.
is for
Yeah, that's
you,
true.
bro.
I be like I like hearing other people's
No, I
things.
feel that.
Be like inspiration.
I do. I mean, I can still share some.
No,
I can share some older joints. But
Hey,
I
I
like
got
to make sure that
I got the poems.
you shine, bro.
I got the poems.
That's for you. This you shine, bro.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me give them another one.
While we're doing that, we're gonna hit you with one more ad. All right.
That stands for my unique life unleashed. I'm from Uniontown, PA. Hell yeah! Okay, hell yeah!
I got.
President Nixon.
This is one I never shared this one,
We're live.
but I can share it with you.
Okay.
Since we're doing that,
Okay.
this is it was over in a lo-fi beat. It's called I wish I
don't know
could
if
sleep.
They know we're live.
If you're live, I mean I know we're live, but if you didn't know, we are back from the and we're just talking
If
about
you didn't
poetry
know.
now.
You did.
Oh, hello there. So
Well,
I didn't see you guys.
Yeah, I didn't see you there.
But no, this is a poem. I guess it's called I Wish I Could Sleep. It's crazy the way people treat fame, how it puts the ego in the driver's seat when you get a taste. I wonder how many of those made used to say back in the day that they would never change. The game slain so many before me, emotions get hard to maintain. Growing up in a small town where the natives preach to get the fuck out because the streets claim dreams, bitter statements, drink away the memories, forget how to raise shit. I don't want that lifestyle, but I feel so fucking complacent up in the AM pace and plotting. I ain't had a normal day's rest. The circles under my eyes represent the grinds, one for the music and one for the lives I was put in charge of. When I say my life shameless, I mean I live like Fiona with the swagger of lip, struggling like they father. My cousins say take a sip, we end up crushing the bottle. I pack a cone of that piff, forgot to record my tape. I feel the crowd's getting pissed, but they don't know about the pain and really don't give a shit. But that's all that I know. I don't go and party for shit, because when I do, I'm observing and probably wrote a couple tracks about you, forever stuck in my head. Most times don't know what to do. Standing in front of this whiteboard looking down at my shoes. Like a student who didn't study, circumstances made him choose between the notebooks or being the family glue. Not too verbal about my woes when we meet, because when I speak, you compare and compete. I silently retreat. Listen to you complain about what someone said in a tweet, because I give a fuck. But I ain't here to celebrate me. I'm just here because I can't fucking sleep. So, yeah.
That was fire.
That's fire. Definitely.
Hey,
Snaps in the comments.
Your poems, your stuff be talking to me. You be saying stuff up like, how that nigga know?
He has this one song,
How that nigga know?
and every time this man plays it, it almost makes me want to tear up, bro. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a what do you call those songs? Like an empowerment song for me,
yeah.
Or if it's like just one of those songs that it relates to me so much, I kind of feel like this motherfucker was in my head.
He was in the same. He was in the same pool of energy when he wrote.
Right.
Yeah, I try to tap in. Like, even if it's not me, sometimes you get a beat and you can get a feeling that somebody told you about, and you're like, I should write about this.
Yep.
And what can I say about it? Or maybe I felt something like this, or I understand, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And that's what's hard sometimes, because you want to make music that people want to party and jam to and shit like that, but really that's not what I started out writing for. So it's hard. Sometimes I have that inner conflict writing music. That's why I said poetry is a lot more like freeing.
Like I made a poem called Misery, and I can't remember some of it, but it was if it was I don't even remember one line. If it was if I'm defined to be who I'm meant to be, isn't it miserable when you're your own misery? Misery loves company, but what happens when the comfort comforts me? Or something like that along those lines. But whenever I was writing it, I was thinking about like how people love, like how misery loves company, but what happens if you're your own misery? Like you let yourself get so beside to the point where it's like you start losing.
Yeah, you get stuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose like all hope in a sense, but not really like hope. It's more like you don't care where you're going. You don't care what's happening in your life, to the point where like you start destroying other people's lives, to the point where like you don't even like, you don't want to be around somebody unless like they're giving you something or it's benefiting you and stuff. And I was like, bro, that's miserable to feel like you are your own misery, like you're your own downfall. So like whenever I made it, I was like, man, I hope somebody like listens to this and actually like or reads it and sees that like, man, like you aren't your own misery.
Yeah.
You are your own peace.
Don't hope.
Yeah, put it out there, man.
Like you're not gonna know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Put it out there for people, bro. People need more stuff like that. And I didn't realize that until folks like you or, fans started to actually hit me up and talk about songs that I didn't expect people to really like
relate to,
play off all the time. Like, so like if I go look at my stats and I see certain songs like Lulament or something like that along those lines is in my top, I'm like, oh shit, like this is what this is what I always wrote. So like I always need to remind myself that it just gets tough, because it's music, it's a business, and people love to turn up. So it's hard to find that. But I love poetry for that reason. Put them in a book or put them out there for people to experience, man. Go to open mics. Because you'd be surprised at people you meet there. I mean, that fucking the open mic that we did was awesome. It was really good energy, and I think we should have more of those. We should do more of that.
I just heard there was a coffee shop in town
here.
Or that.
Yeah, we do it.
There we go. That was far.
We are talking about doing it up here. So
okay.
I'm thinking like
what's up, bro?
Like 2 weeks out of the month, like one night.
Damn.
Like maybe like once every other week.
You good?
I'm good.
Big Dog's good. He's good.
I'm good. You gotta cough sometimes.
Sometimes to get it out.
Laugh if you got to. I'm feeling it. It's all good. I didn't mean to cut you off though with my obnoxious cough. I didn't even know what guy asked. I was trying to listen. I'm like, I'm dying.
He needs a sensu beam.
Give him some milk.
Who's fucking baby? You said.
Who's goddamn baby? It's mine. I'd have had it.
No.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really feel like that would be a great start to the studios if there were more open sessions,
That's what
especially
we're
with
talking
y'all
about, open
being
mics.
so
Yeah.
close to like town. Like it's not far at all.
Yeah, it's right here
it's
in the
right
center,
here.
man. And you can go, and I know there's a lot more poets out there than we even fucking know, to be honest. There's
There's
every
definitely-
time I go to events like that, you find the most
More
random people to that have this powerful. There's power in poetry, and you know that's like, I feel like that's why they try to take the hip hop music genre so to the left. You know what I'm saying, and make it really more party vibes than it is. It used to be something that people use as a platform to speak on shit or talk to the people.
Right.
And you still got artists that do that, but even they're getting made fun of anymore because it's just the way that they've marketed the game anymore. It's like people look at it like it's kind of boring or corny to do actual like art pieces of human feelings and shit. Like,
Right.
but this is what we're feeling on a day-to-day basis, and people listen to music to escape. So it's just like it's about finding your fan base, your niche, and making sure that you're making music you love, and they're gonna love it because they're gonna feel it and they're gonna understand it.
Someone's gonna feel it.
Yeah. Sometimes we get caught up in the dream, in the bigger dream, instead of like the actual dream of just being like, oh, I want to be able to be paid to make music that people fuck with.
Right.
It's like,
That's
you
all
can
I would-
make a
Instead
whole
of making
living.
music that people fuck with because
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
because
need
they
it for some type of. They relate to it.
Yeah.
like if you notice like
That's
another
what Dave Chappelle said that, and it was, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the quote that he said was like, if I could, when he was talking to his dad about becoming a comedian, and he told his dad, well, if I could make a teacher salary like you're a teacher, if I could make a teacher salary doing comedy, I'd be cool with that.
Right.
Because you're still, you're working, you're making a teacher salary, which sucks. But you know, what I mean, if you're able to make a living off of it, and you're able to do something you love to do, that's what really should just matter at the end of the day. You're getting paid to do something that doesn't feel like work to you.
Right.
But another
Fair.
thing was not to get off topic, but in that same sense, it was like the who was it? What artist was it? Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, he was like, I didn't do this album for the fans.
Yeah.
I did this album for me.
And you can feel that.
And that's the place that I want to get with my music is like, okay, I can make songs for people. I can make songs for thousands of crowds. I can do R&B. I can do rock. I can do country, whatever. I'm different. I'm versatile. That's cool. The thing is, I want it to be for me. I want it to be so like, okay, I know I made this for myself to feel better, to feel empowerment, to get my word out there. Not, oh, we got Dracos, we trapping, blah 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 blah, all that extra stuff.
I feel like
Because
it's easy to talk that shit.
it is.
If you,
It is.
know
If you-
your
if
way
you live
around
like that,
shit,
it
you know
is.
that,
Yeah,
it's
if
easy
you're-
to talk that. And there's like,
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I don't. I used to get all rah about that type of music versus the type of hip hop I like, but it's, you know, that's your story. That's how you want to tell it.
Right.
I'm not gonna shit on your art, but I'm not gonna feel obligated to bump it because it's in the genre that I make.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta speak to the soul, and if we're turning up, fuck yeah, turn that shit on.
Right. But
I'll fucking,
originally, like
we
you
can
said,
turn up with it, but it's
it
that's
got
me.
to speak to the soul. And
If
that's
I'm listening, that's what I like to listen with.
Right.
It's just like what can I get inspired by?
like
today?
even if it's some trap shit, but it speaks to you in
Yeah.
a way that
Yeah.
like you understand it. I vibe with that too. But
I've
I
heard
hate
some. I'm sorry, go
my
ahead.
fault. I hate like when people are just negative.
Yeah.
Like it's strictly negative music. Like it's fuck him. I hope he dies.
The
Your
only
ops are dead. I'm
thing
pissing
that
in
I
your
don't
grandma's
like
grave.
about
Like,
that shit is that
too
you're
much.
facilitating real dark energy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's like I feel like there's ways to talk about that shit, and that it should be approached as such, because otherwise it's just being irresponsible with energy.
Right.
So
Right. Because these kids look up to people.
Yeah.
Right,
These
right,
kids, we're
right.
teaching kids of all the craziest things.
yeah, much as people don't want to be the role model, like if you chose this path, man, that's a role model path. If you're in front of the eyes of kids, it's a role model path, man. Like you do have to take that into somewhat of a consideration. In my opinion, that's me writing and how I approach it. I just feel like, yeah, we had to talk about real shit, but watch how you're talking about it, because some of that shit sounds like you're making it sound like it's the shit.
But here's
Right.
the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's making the community sick.
Exactly. And there's the thing that I was saying the other day is, and I was stoned out of my mind while thinking about it. I was like, why do people look up to the negativity? Why do we push so much destruction into the neighborhoods
It's
and
a
on the
better
kids
salesman.
and everything else. That too. But here's the thing: people don't want to be role models; they want to be goal models.
Gold models or gold?
Goal. Like meaning like, oh, I want to be like him. I want to be like this. I want to be, et cetera, et cetera. You don't want to be. You're not setting it up to
Whole
be a role
time the
model
person you want to
or
be like don't even want to be like them.
Exactly.
They just got
That's what I
stuck
said.
in
They
the
want to be
character.
goal
and it's like-
models versus
and
role
that's real
models.
shit. That ain't even me being like speculation. That's just like you can really see in interviews or go watch some shit, man. Just go educate yourself.
Yeah.
Most of these people that get stuck in the character they build.
Right.
And that's
yeah,
scary.
that's
I would
scary.
never want to trap myself into a character. I think at one point when I was rapping, I almost kind of boxed myself into
Yeah.
a certain kind of like boom bap character, and that was it.
Yep.
But I knew like that's not just me, bro. Like that's where my soul's at. I got soulful shit on that, but I'm more broad than that. There's a lot
Right.
more shit going on.
I feel like that's why I kind of created.
I'd be scared to be in a box. I
that's-
think a lot of people they get comfortable in a box.
That's where the idea for Veli actually came from, was because I was so like stuck in Eric's shadow. Like I just wanted to be this evil dude. I didn't care about life. I just wanted to get anything that I could.
and that goes
and I
back
was
to
like-
the change.
yeah.
Right.
change.
And it's just like now I'm like realizing that like holy shit, I can just set a lot of stuff aside, focus a lot more, and then I'll get to where I need to be versus no, I gotta get this now, I gotta do this, I gotta find any way to blah 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 blah. Like it's not cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not even like saying like finessing people over, snaking people over. It was just the fact that like I was in a destructive place.
Yeah.
And it was taking me to a characteristic that I was like, yo, I'm not really like this.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually, you know, more or less the opposite of this, but everybody has their sides, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I was like, man, I don't want to be known as Kurt. I don't want to just be known as Kurt. So I was like, man, let me create something different for myself. Let me make myself look better or try to appease to myself.
I think it's just being more comfortable just being you.
Yeah, and that's what it
Right.
was. That's
Because
honestly
I'm
like,
not afraid to say, I mean, we've all at one point in a time or another been wrapped up in the like what's I kind of want to look like cool kind of shit.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? It's,
imposter syndrome.
it's so easy to get wrapped up in that, especially if you're watching everybody else and you're like, man, I kind of want to be there instead of where like, you know, you're comparing shit. It's easy to get caught up in that
Yep.
uncomfortable being yourself. Like
I have
that's
a video
why it's
about that comparison.
plug it in, bro. Like,
definitely
yeah.
does.
I think it's called the there's no comparison between the sun and the moon because they both shine when it's their time. The sun's up
Wasn't
there
that-
shining.
Wasn't that like your, I want to say like fourth video?
Oh,
Fanboy.
Hey, man, I gotta support my
I'm not,
people.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad. I'm just fucking with you.
fourth video. I don't know. Maybe.
I think-
He's like,
I'm
shit,
not
I don't
sure.
even know.
So, I got 99 of them on there,
Ooh,
You got
but a clip ain't one.
but the clip ain't
It's a
one.
full video as you getting a full video.
Right. But yeah, comparison will definitely kill you.
Yeah.
Bro, slipped upstairs. Oh man, that scared the shit out of me. I'm like,
Oh shit.
oh man, I fucked up all thought process.
You go upstairs, he'll be like, I hope y'all got
He's
insurance.
gonna be like, my back, my nigga, my back.
What did the no, he gonna be like that person off of SpongeBob. My leg.
Yeah, my leg. Dude, I wish that I could have
Oh,
heard
my
just that.
leg.
That's why we need a soundboard.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time you hear something get fucked up, it's my
Yeah,
leg. My favorite is my eyes.
My eyes. Bald.
Where's my eyes from? Is that
It's
What's
from
this
SpongeBob.
one?
It's from the movie. It's
When
from
King
when King
Neptune
Neptune takes
was
off his
bald,
crown.
he's so bald it was shining, and everybody's like, bald,
Bald. My
Dude's
eyes.
eyes are just burning up.
people do be chanting and screaming all types of random shit on there? It'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We went to a whole SpongeBob
It's so
route.
right.
I don't know how we got. I
If
don't know
you
how
don't-
we made it to SpongeBob.
But if you don't have SpongeBob references in your daily like life, I don't trust you.
You can't trust me. I don't have them in my daily life. You gotta be the marble.
I gotta date the marble. Okay, I gotta wash
The marble.
I gotta lick the,
The
marble.
marble. That was funny.
Yeah, SpongeBob always OD. Dude, always doing too much.
OD.
Yeah, like Sponge, chill, bro.
The one that caught me the most was I said insert or what was it? Insertive, not or be insensitive, not insertive.
No, assertive. He's
Yeah.
not
Be
insertive.
insensitive.
Be assertive.
Mhm.
He said be assertive. He went beep. He plays in his fucking.
Like,
All
how did
right,
y'all
no
get
more
away with
SpongeBob.
that?
Yeah,
We got another. We got another poem. We're gonna send them.
I got another poem.
I was like, let's send the people out with a poem.
send them out with one.
Or a
Okay.
couple.
No,
What
no,
we
no, no,
got?
no, 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 no. That's fine. I have one for that. I
Let's
have
send the
one.
people out with a poem. Hold
have
on,
one for
Jesse,
that.
you gotta be here for this. We're sending the people out with a poem.
I was told you grab me one. I'll grab one on the way up.
I have one.
Nah, man, water.
Thank y'all for vibing with us tonight.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys for
Definitely,
watching.
definitely.
Shout out to Metaphysical. Thank you for being a guest.
Shouts out
As
to
well.
Thank you
Sage.
for having me.
Yeah,
as a
man.
guest.
Yes, definitely.
I'm glad
Thank
that we
for
got
coming
to
through.
finally get you up here.
Thank
I
you
would like
guys
to
for
come
letting me
back
sit
again.
in. You know,
Oh yeah, bro. We always tell our guests that y'all can come and sit in and bullshit with
As
us.
long as there's an open mic.
Right. That's true.
Feel free, dog. We like to chop it up, and we like to chop it up with people who have something to say. So,
yeah, baby.
and if you're just joining us, you're coming in just in time because we got a poem about to be blessed with a poem before we get on out of here.
Yes. This one is one of those. You have to pay attention to this one. It's called Babylon. The masses are blind. The masses are blind. They can't see now. If they could, they would see how these words we speak are spells. Life and death in the tongue. He's old, but he's see now. The sea when the sun reflects on it, very Christ-like. Backstrokes in the moonlight as she's moaning to my freestyles. Swimming lessons. Allow these waves to uplift your vibrations. Curtain rise. My perspective may lift up certain eyes, but if I stare into the darkness to retrospect, subconsciously the collision of two worlds, I must respect her mental, the womb of creation, etch-a-sketch. Here, I'll stretch a brief description of the weekdays you've been in, but aren't you off on the weekdays? 3Ks and we obey. Deep gaze, rabbit hole deep gaze. Use what you earn, burn, bury, just buy a casket. Y'all are still walking around in the sleep phase? Side strokes like I'm swimming in the deep end. Deeper, the connection deepens. 48 hours, I think we got the weekend. Slide slow. She doesn't mind mourning for you, but that just depends on when you wake up for the funeral. But who died? It's in the morning. Which spelling, dwelling, this is a forewarning. The party's over. Consciousness weakened. Mind woke up in the cell blinking. We are out here telling a vision, data streaming from our iPhone. I have gone off the deep end. The point is there's no pointing the finger at ourselves. Listen, honey bee speaking tongues. Listen, honey bee speaking tongues. Isn't the church where you get the word, which craft these bars in our minds, cheese, sneeze, God bless you, or be less you. These men just want to get past her. Spelling bees.
Bro.
Okay.
There's a lot in there. There's a lot to
Yeah,
take.
there's
in.
a lot.
There was a
But
lot.
it's- but it's
There's a
like-
lot to take in on that one.
But if
That's
you
why
broke
it's
that
called
shit down,
Babylon.
that shit's
Yeah,
actually.
you gotta hit the genius breakdown. Dude, can anybody is there anywhere that people can read your poems or see any of your work? Are we still working on
I'm
getting
still working on that. I do have a rhymer's block though.
What's that?
It's a app where you can put my friend Daryl was telling me about it. It's an app where you can put your poetry and your rhymes and raps in there.
Okay.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
It's
called-
posting that for people to see and shit.
Yeah, it's called
Huh.
Rhymer's Block. Hold on, I'm about to
Okay.
pull up my
I'll check
profile.
that
I
out.
never heard of it.
I haven't either.
Yeah, just shoot. Me neither. There's
That's
there's
an Apple
this
shoot.
there's this block where people have all their poetry and their rhymes, and then you have your little profile. My profile on there is Albino Christ. That's the name you go to if you
He
have
said
it.
I'll visualize that.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of love, bro. We got I visualize
Yeah,
that. We're in a modern day Babylon, and then appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank y'all.
We appreciate y'all for vibing and coming and checking out Dijon, the sage, what he had to say. If you're just tuning in, I hope you go back and you check out some of the conversation we had because I think we had a great conversation. To be honest.
Yes.
It was a good-
I would
good
like to come
episode.
back. There's more to talk
We'll
about.
definitely have you back on. And yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to us.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Shouts out
High
to the
vibes.
man.
Remember, meditate. If you didn't meditate during the video,
Yeah,
5 minutes right after this, meditate.
take
Meditate,
5.
don't medicate.
Take 5. Make sure you tap in with yourself.
Yes.
Love yourself. That's the
We
key
out.
of the day.